I have news for you, especially if you're feeling down at the moment, and not just because of one situation that has happened, but more because of a period that you feel like you haven't performed at your highest, or what you know that you can perform. Maybe you feel unfocused, maybe you feel out of balance. Whatever it is, the things that we're gonna go through in this video will help you understand why, and it will help you get you out of that. And trust me when I say that I know how you feel. I have been feeling a little out of balance for a week or two, and honestly, I feel freaking drained, okay? Like, it's so frustrating not to be performing at the level that you know that you can perform on, that you keep missing the small stuff, or you keep effing up on things that you're supposed to know how to do. Before I'm gonna dive into the whole why and what you can do, I want to start by saying that I don't want you to beat yourself up over these things. I want you to stop that completely. Before I learned this concept, I used to do that, and it made me feel even worse. And the feelings of like frustration and anger and sadness and like I just wanted to cry all the time lasted as long as I permitted it to last, which, you know, would usually be a full day of just diving deep into those feelings because I effed up. And honestly, depending on the fuck up, I could beat myself up for a longer period of time, or it would be smaller depending on how big the fail was. But I want you to just stop beating yourself up, accept that what happened, you know, take a breather and just let it go completely. Relax your shoulders, let that shit go. The best and most responsible thing to do is to know how to handle it the next time. And this is where I want to introduce you to the law of rhythm. This is one of the 7 universal laws. It has helped me so much to conquer the downswings in my life. And I want to kind of explain you a little more about this law because it sounds so serious, and it is in a certain way. Everyone is affected by it. You either work with it or you work against it. And we want to work with it because when we do, we won't get so affected when a downswing comes your way. So let's dive into it. The law of rhythm states that everything swings or moves. This means that whenever you're in a good period, you can know with certainty that a bad period is coming. And when you're in a bad period, you can know with certainty that a good period is coming. When we accept that both of these swings are coming, we can prepare ourselves for them so much better. So when you're in a good period, you know, okay, well, the law of rhythm states that a bad period will be coming. We don't know what it is. We don't know what the situation might look like, and it's not our job to worry about it. We just know that when it shows up in our lives, we know why it's here, and we know, okay, we can handle it. We can move forward because we know that better days are coming. We know that an upswing is coming our way again. You can kind of think of it as a scale. You have the upswings, you have the downswings, and you have a neutral thing here in the middle. If a downswing can be this bad, you know for a fact that the upswing can be this good. If a downswing is this bad, closer to the middle, the upswing will become this good, equally on the other side of the scale, away from the neutral point. This is actually another law of the universe. It's called the law of polarity, that states that everything has 2 sides, and as equals good as something can be, the equal bad something can be. This can translate to everything in your life, right? This could be your emotions. If you can feel super, super sad, you can feel super, super happy. This is why it's also kind of important to control your emotions, so you make sure that you don't have a very bad downswing in your emotions. When we can find ourselves in a state where we can control our emotions in a way that we don't react to whatever is going on outside of us, where we don't let outside forces decide how we feel, when we can decide ourselves how we will act, not react, act toward the things that are happening around us. First of all, you have a great awareness. Second of all, you have learned to live in harmony with the law of polarity, because now you're closer to the middle. Now you won't let anything tell you how to feel. Now you decide for yourself, which means that your down and upswings emotionally won't be so powerful. They won't be as crazy. Everyone experiences this. Everyone is marked by the law. No one escapes the law, which sounds so harsh, but you can either work with it or you can work against it. So why not choose to learn a little bit more about it and work with the law? And so obviously these up and down swings can look so very different for everyone, but everyone is affected by them. For the people who are still unaware of the law of rhythm, they will naturally work against it because they don't know, and they will often just dig their grave even deeper, putting themselves in the downswing and keep digging, which I did myself. I would linger in these feelings for days, not knowing how to get out of it. For the people who don't know that an upswing is coming, they will keep being in this downswing, and even when an upswing is coming, they might be so married to those feelings that they can't participate in the upswing because they have made themselves a victim for that thing that happened, that maybe they're bashing themselves over the head, or they have blamed other people for the situation, or something else. It might be your grandma's dog's fault that they're experiencing the downswing. Even though they're in the upswing, they're still living in the downswing. And honestly, becoming aware of this law, especially this time around, has helped me so much, because in this downswing period where I have been so unfocused and I have made mistakes, honestly, it's been awful, and I've tried to let it go, not bashing myself in the head, but just being aware that I know better times are coming is helping, because you can start taking aligned action with an upswing period, because I know what it looks like. I know who I am in focused periods of times. Also accepting that not being focused for a while is okay, because I know that I will come back to being focused. Up and down swing, that's the natural way of things. And with the knowledge and awareness of this universal law, you have the power to look back in your life and point out those up and down swings. Can you recognize those? When was it clear to you that you were in a downswing? And what made it tip? When did the pendulum swing back that you were like, this was the upswing? Then came the downswing. When was that? It's so interesting to look back and see what happened when, and knowing why it happened. Oh, it's because of the law of rhythm. So if you are in a downswing right now, you can rest assured that an upswing is coming your way. Have patience with it, accept and let go that whatever you're experiencing right now is okay. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever heard about the law of rhythm and how you've seen it play out in your life. I would love to hear from you. If you have watched this far, thank you so much for watching. You know I appreciate when you watch it to the end. I would love to see you in one of my other videos that I'm gonna link to right here. I'm gonna see you in one of those, and until then, bye for now.